Hello everyone, and welcome to a more chill video because I am really tired. It is 6 a.m. and I'm just now recording this. You should be seeing this in 4 hours after I'm recording this. And the reason why I haven't recorded earlier, you might think I was really busy or, I just couldn't do it. But no, my friends and I were just making like tier lists for 5 hours or like all night. We were making tier lists, and I decided that I should make a Brawl Stars tier list, and you're gonna be seeing all of our tier lists thrown up on the screen, and there's gonna be text saying like if we all made it collectively or if it's just mine, because sometimes we made our own tier lists and then showed each other. So anytime it says collective, that's when all of our opinions collided, and then we just kind of even them out. But yeah, we did a lot of tier lists. We did this for hours, and I was gonna record a maxed out video, which isn't happening tonight. It's gonna happen in the next video, which should come out in like 2 days, because 3 days would be too long after not making a gameplay video. Anyways, here we go. I don't want to stretch this out too far. So this list is my casual showdown noob opinion on which brawlers are too strong and which brawlers are too weak. I have the first tier. The top tier is Kit is too OP, needs a rework. Really specific brawlers are going to be in this one. This just basically means like even if you nerf them, they're still going to be really strong just because their entire moveset is absurd. So that's that. And this one I forgot to do it, but OP needs nerf. There it is. All right. And then after that we have pretty strong, okay, bad, and unplayable, please rework. This is again for really specific brawlers who are so bad that no matter how you buff them, they're still going to be really bad because their kit is just useless. And this isn't just going to be a showdown list, it's going to be like an overall. That being said though, my rankings are going to be really based off of showdown for the most part because I hardly play 3v3, and when I do play 3v3 it's like in the championship and that's it. But playing the championship and playing Power League really showed me how strict the meta is right now, and how it's probably gonna stay for a while unless a rework happens. But yeah, okay, this intro is like 2 or 3 minutes long. Let's go. We're going in order. So 8-bit, okay, we're using my showdown opinion basically. So extra life is gone, but he's not really weak. Like 8-bit was never weak in the first place, so I'm just gonna put him at pretty strong. Like he's not okay because he's not that weak. He's tanky, he can shoot really fast. With his new star power he can run fast. Like he's pretty good. He's honestly not even that bad, but he's not OP needs nerf. I don't think he's on that level. I mean, some people might think that, but I don't know. Ems, okay, if this was me a few months ago, I would put her at Kit 2 OP needs rework, but they nerfed her a bit, especially the gadget. The gadget was like the most annoying thing, so I'm just gonna put her at pretty strong. Like I don't see Ems ever being weak, but that doesn't mean she needs a nerf. At this point I think she's fine, so that's pretty cool. Barley, dude, okay, 3 in this tier, but like he got a range buff, which is crazy. Anytime somebody gets a range buff, that's like insane for them. So yeah, Barley, he's pretty strong now. Before the range buff he would be like at okay or bad, but now I think it's pretty good. I mean, he could still be an okay, but I mean he's pretty good now. The range is insane. Same for Rosa, dude. Okay, maybe some maps she's like busted, but other ones she's completely useless. So I'm gonna put her at the top of this though. Rosa's like tanky. She probably has the longest range for every short range brawler besides Darryl, but I don't know, his is kind of inconsistent. But Rosa, she's pretty good. She has her shield, she can pop out of a bush. She's good. Like she's pretty strong. And here's the first unplayable please rework. El Primo. His kit is useless. I have not seen an El Primo pop off in such a long time. I haven't seen an El Primo with a bunch of power cubes in a long time. I haven't seen El Primo do well in a 3v3 mode in a long time. He is useless. His range is terrible and his attacks are really inconsistent. And the reason why they're inconsistent is because it's a small rectangle, when before, back in beta, I mentioned this a lot when I'm talking about Primo, his attacks used to be a cone. And when they're a cone, that means it hits more consistently. So if you try to dodge, it might still hit you. But right now, if you try to dodge, you're gonna dodge the attack, which makes him extremely weak because each punch is like less than 400 damage, or maybe a little bit more. I don't really know. I haven't touched him in a while because he's so bad. He's so weak. And even if you jump on someone, if you don't have the speed star power, they're just gonna get away from you and outrange you because you push them away from you when you jump on them. If it's stunned or like did anything besides push them away, even just knock them up in the air, that would be great. But it pushes them away from you, which puts you in a bad position. So El Primo, he needs a rework or something. He just needs his main attack fixed. That's the main thing. Next is Poco. This category is gonna get filled so quickly, but yeah, he's on. He's I don't know. As a healer in a 3v3 mode, he's pretty strong, but as a whole, he doesn't work in like every mode. He works in gem grab, not so good in Brawl Ball. He's not very good in Showdown at all. Duos, he's okay, but like, yeah, I'd say overall, he's okay. Next is Carl. He used to be pretty strong. He used to be OP, but I think he's okay now because his range got nerfed and then it got buffed, but now it's like not as far as it used to be. His shield star power is not nearly as broken as it used to be. So yeah, I think he's okay now. He's not busted like he used to be, thankfully, because he was so annoying to deal with when he was broken. Darryl, I'd put him at okay again because like he's not amazing. I think Rosa just does what he does but better. So yeah, I'd say that he's just okay. Like there's nothing really special about him. He's kind of an assassin, but his shots can be kind of inconsistent because you can dodge them. And yeah, kind of a similar story to El Primo, but not nearly as bad. He's more consistent than El Primo by a landslide, and he gets his super automatically. So yeah, I mean, Darryl's not that bad. He's just okay. Jacky, oh my, she's so annoying. I'm gonna put, I don't know. It's between these two, honestly. She's so tanky. She is so tanky. And now with the new reflect damage thing having so much range, she might be OP. I don't know. I'm gonna put her at the bottom of this, though. I don't think she like needs a nerf desperately. I think she might though. Like if she gets any more buffs, she's gonna be in this category. If she isn't already in this category, because like if she runs up on you, what are you gonna do unless you're a Shelly with the super? You're gonna die. That's what you're gonna do. Or waste your super to jump away, or waste a gadget to get away. Like she's a menace. So yeah, Penny, she's not the strongest, but I'll put her at the top of okay because her mortar exists, and that's like that. The mortar as a whole isn't OP, needs nerf, but like, you know, as a character, she's okay. Mainly because if somebody gets up to you when you're Penny, you are dead. But the mortar, if you just slap it down on the map, it's gonna be there forever because you'll just get another super back and another one and another one. But if you die, then the cycle finally might reset. So yeah, she's in the top of okay or at the bottom of pretty strong. I don't know. Next we have Shelly. Oh, okay, she's either, oh no. I'm gonna put her at bad. I don't think she needs a rework. I just think that she needs to be better. She just needs to be a better brawler. Like she's so weak when it comes to just killing people unless they jump in your face and feed you the kill. Like that's the only time you'll get a good kill as Shelly is if somebody just lets you do it. So yeah, she's in bad. Rico is pretty strong, especially on certain maps, dude. He's insane. He's so annoying to deal with. When there's walls that he can just perfectly ricochet off of, he's like a menace. You can't touch him. You literally cannot touch him in those maps. But as a whole, he's not overpowered because he's really squishy, and he doesn't have any health regen. He doesn't have any shields, so that's why he's not OP. If he had a shield or a life regen thingy, like gadget or star power, he would be busted, but he doesn't, so that's good. Next, we have B, and she is the new top of pretty strong because her kit is just really good. I don't think it's like nerf worthy. It was nerf worthy at one point though, like back when Honeycoat was at its prime, when you got it every single life, that was broken. But they nerfed that. They actually completely reworked that, which if that was up here, they fixed it because the kit got a rework. Part of the kit got a rework, a necessary rework, which is something that definitely should happen for other brawlers. And again, dude, okay, my mind is changing so much from the last time I did this. Like before, I would have B, I would have Bibi, I would have M's all the way up here. Like I'd say that they are ridiculously OP, but all of them got a nerf. However, there's one thing I think should really get a nerf on Bibi, and that is her gadget. She heals so much, and if she has her shield, she can just out heal anything while attacking you. So, or she loses her shield when she attacks you, but still, she heals so much with that gadget while she's attacking you. I think it's insane. I think it should get nerfed to like 600 at least. I hope it didn't already get nerfed and I didn't realize, but if it's still 800, then that's really good. This one is unplayable, needs rework. Okay, there are times where Frank can work, but if the enemy players are good, they can easily outplay you by either letting the person who can easily deal with Frank deal with him, or just by avoiding his attacks, because his attacks are so easy to avoid. Now, the thing I'm suggesting that should be reworked with him is when he's attacking, you know how he completely stops? I think personally that when he attacks, he should just be extremely slow. He shouldn't completely stop, but instead of stopping, he should get like a 90% movement speed reduction. So then you're not at a complete stop, but you can just slightly move. I think that would make him feel a lot less like clunky. I think that would just make him feel a lot more fun in general, because like after you attack, you're still stuck there even after he swings, just for like half a second. But you know, you're stuck there for a while every time you attack. But if he can move slightly, it would just make him feel so much better. And I feel like it would just make him better in general, just a little bit. So yeah, there's my thoughts on Frank, and Nani is gonna be, oh gee, okay, this actually, no, move that. Kit 2 OP needs rework for one reason. So before, Nani already had pretty good range, but when she first came out, it was really hard to hit shots, especially at max range. So what they did is they made her attacks like spread out after the attack already finished, and that just gave her insane range. I don't know if they meant to do that, but clearly they did because they never changed it. But that made Nani have like by far the longest auto attack range in the entire game by a landslide. And what I think should be nerfed on Nani is just rework the range, like keep that little spread at the end, maybe shorten that a little bit, but as a whole, just decrease the range, make it normal, because the range is absurd now. I mean, you could just say that's a nerf, so I'll put that there. That's not exactly a rework, that's just a nerf. Pam, she's pretty good. I'll put her in like the middle of that one because she's not busted, she's just really good. She's good in showdown, she's good in most 3v3 modes, but like sometimes she can struggle. I'd say like in Brawl Ball and Heist, and see, she's fine, but like I don't think she's OP and needs a nerf, you know, she's just pretty strong. Like this list right here is, I guess, balanced brawlers for the most part, but people on the higher part of this list, or higher part of pretty strong, are like a lot better than the people who would be like on the low part of pretty strong. But yeah, like Pam, I think she's fine, she's like the middle of the pack, she's pretty balanced. Piper, honestly, she's gonna be at like she's not bad, but she's not pretty strong. I think she's an okay because she barely works in a lot of modes. The only mode she like really works in is bounty, but like she's not bad. She's not as bad as Shelly, you know, she can dish out good damage, she can escape, her gadgets are pretty okay, but like as a whole she's not that good. And then we got Gene. I'd say he's pretty strong. Like he's not as he used to be busted, dude. He used to be so broken, but now he's just fine, you know, he's kind of balanced. He isn't meta, he isn't anything like that. He's just there, you know. Max, she's kind of busted, dude. I'll put her at the top of here. She doesn't need a nerf, but like, bruh, you know, I'm actually gonna make another thing. I'm actually gonna change this, just like add parentheses, so like I'll say if they like really need a nerf, but if they, okay, I'm putting Max here as an example, okay. She's pretty OP, but doesn't exactly need a nerf for the most part. I think she could use a little nerf, like a little bit damage reduction or health reduction, but like she's not nearly as bad as like Nani, Bibi, or Jacky, in my opinion. Like I think Jacky needs either a health nerf or damage nerf or something. Bibi needs her gadget nerfed, in my opinion, and Nani needs her range nerfed. Like that's just a fact at this point, dude. Nani's range is so crazy. And Mortis, honestly, like I hate to say it, he's one of my favorite brawlers, but I think he's bad. I haven't seen a Mortis do good in a really long time. Like actually Ray did really good, and there are good Mortis players. For the most part, he isn't good. Like you have to sweat with him so hard in order to do good, and if a brawler needs that much dedication to be good, then he's just a bad brawler. Like if you need to dedicate that much time to just getting, you know, a good game with Mortis, you know, dedicating that much of like, oh, I want to be good with this brawler, to one brawler just to do good, you know, just to be on par with other brawlers. And yeah, he's kind of bad. He's bad, but he can be good. That's the thing. Nita, she's at the bottom of okay. I wouldn't say she's bad, but like in certain situations she's pretty good, like in Heist Siege where she can chuck her bear, you know, that's the only time where she's really good. That's about it. All right, here's one. OP, Kit 2 OP needs rework. Mr. P, here's the rework I'm suggesting. All right, one thing for sure is like when his bag bounces with his main attack, that just does insane damage and has insane range. I think the bag bouncing makes him in like the top 5 longest range in the game, which someone with a spawner having that type of range is kind of crazy. I would personally say that, you know, they might want to nerf his range a little bit because his range is absurd when he has the bag bounce, but I'm not sure. Like maybe they can nerf the range of the bag bounce or something like that so you can avoid it easier, because sometimes it's just really hard to avoid. I don't know if that would work, so you know, that's just one suggestion. But the second suggestion, the most important one, is they should limit the amount of portals that can spawn from his spawner. Like right now it's infinite, and then once you destroy it, he just instantly gets it right back because it's so easy to get it back. But I think that it should either have like a timer like buildings in Clash Royale, or it should just be able to spawn like 5-7 porters and then it breaks. Like I think that would be so much better, because then you don't have to target that one thing just for him to respawn it instantly. Like he could still respawn it, but he might not respawn it as easily as he could before. So yeah, there's my suggestion for Mr. P. Now Sprout, there's one thing that I think should really be reworked with Sprout, and that is when he whiffs a shot, he will almost guaranteed hit it no matter what. As long as there's like a wall or two nearby, he will hit the shot even if he completely whiffs it. And the reason for that is like once he whiffs a shot, it just keeps going. It just keeps going, and it goes on forever, and then it finally explodes, and most of the time it explodes on you. So like if he completely whiffs the shot, it'll bounce off one wall, bounce off another, and then the insane splash radius will hit you. That's that's weird. I think that they should maybe like limit how many times it can bounce, because sometimes it just bounces back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then hits you. So like they should either limit the range of the after shot, you know, after you throw it, or they should just reduce how many times it can bounce before it just automatically explodes. And the wall, I think the duration should go down, because he can cycle those still. He can just cycle them over and over again, and it gets really annoying. Also, the fact that he can have a shield for an entire match just from having a single bush nearby is crazy, and the fact that he can eat the bush for like 1.5 thousand health is also insane. He has the most sustain a brawler's ever had in the game, and I just think a lot of his stuff needs a nerf. Okay, back to normal brawlers. Tara, she's pretty strong. I wouldn't say she's OP. You know, she has a really good super. Her basics are fine. Her gadgets are actually pretty bad in my opinion, so I'd say she's pretty balanced. That's about it. Now my boy Crow, I'm gonna put him at either I'm gonna put him at the top of okay, because like he does not work in any 3v3 modes. He still does not work in any of them, and it's so sad, because you know they did try things to make him work in 3v3 modes. Like they gave him a reworked shield, and they gave him like a slowing gadget and stuff like that, you know, stuff to do crowd control for 3v3 game modes, but it still doesn't work, mainly because his health is garbage. It's been garbage since he came out, and a lot of other brawlers got their health buffed besides him, and a lot of brawlers got their damage buffed, and his health is the same. So he dies so easily, especially because he has pretty short range for having that health, and the fact that he has a super to jump in even though he's that squishy makes it just really hard to make a good play with him, because he has an aggressive super when his health is garbage. So it doesn't really mix that well anymore. It used to, because brawler damage was not as insane as it is now, but now he just doesn't exactly fit in the game. It's a similar story for Mortis. Like Mortis just sometimes can't get the kill, and it's the same with Crow. Like sometimes you just die. You just straight up die. Amber, I'm not gonna say rework, but this definitely needs a nerf, and the nerf I'm gonna suggest is that her maximum ammo is way too much. She can, like when she has max ammo, she can hold that down for ages, and I think if you nerf her maximum ammo, that would make her a lot more balanced, because she can just rip through brawlers instantly, and then she supers, and then she rips through them even more. So I think her max ammo could use a big boy nerf. Moving on to Leon, I'm gonna put him at the bottom of pretty strong. It's a similar case to Crow and Mortis, where he doesn't exactly have the health that he needs to kill people, and he also doesn't really have the damage he needs to kill people. Honestly, I think his invisibility could be a little bit longer, or his damage could just use a little buff, or his health could use a little buff, or anything like that. Maybe his new gadget could be good for survivability. I'm not sure, but I just think he's too weak in the current like landscape of the game. Same again for Crow and Mortis, where they just can't really survive it that well. Sandy, I'm gonna put him at the bottom of OP, because Sandy's always been really good. You know, he can make his entire team invisible, which is a broken mechanic. His damage is really good, and he can 3-shot a lot of the brawlers in the game, including Crow, which is sad. And not only that, but his super can either be used as a healer, or it can be used as just damage, you know, keeping people from healing, making it so then they can't enter that giant radius if they don't want to take damage. And as a whole, Sandy is pretty good, but I don't think he needs a nerf. Next up is Spike, and I'm gonna put him at pretty strong. I mean, some people might say he's OP, but Curveball got reworked. I think that's not as good as it used to be, and you know, he's squishy. He's not bad. Like top of pretty strong is pretty strong. Like I don't think he's top 10 OP, but I think he's really good. I don't think he needs a nerf though. Moving on, we have Gale. I'm gonna put him in okay. He used to be so unbelievably annoying, and he kind of still is, but that doesn't mean he's broken. He's just annoying, dude. Like being slowed every 2 seconds, getting pushed away. He's such a passive brawler, and sometimes that just works out in his favor so well. But one thing is, for some reason, he's a shotgunner. I don't really know why, but he can 2 to 3 shot so many brawlers, and if he doesn't 2 to 3 shot you, he just pushes you away and goes on with his day. So I'm gonna put him at the top of okay. Surge, okay. You know, I still feel this way. I want to put him here. I'm putting him there. There's one reason. Just rework his first gadget. His first gadget is the reason why I can't stand fighting him, because I'll be minding my own business and he will either just walk into my screen or walk out of a bush, teleport to me, and I die. There's nothing you can do. As so many brawlers in the game, if he just teleports onto you, it's over. It is game over. You are dead. You are completely dead. I think the gadget's like, it's fine if he uses it to get away, but when a Sturge uses it to get onto you, you are screwed. It's just over. Like, I really do not like that gadget. That gadget, dude, it tilts me so much. I could go on about that all day. I'm gonna stop. Colt, honestly, he's kind of bad. I'm gonna put him at the bottom of okay. I think Colt's kind of doo-doo now, dude. Like, his new gadget, it got nerfed, and then he just became garbage again. So yeah, there's Colt. Sorry, Colt. Colette, she has a combo. Yeah, she's pretty good. She's pretty strong. I wouldn't say she's busted. She's just at the bottom of pretty strong. The reason why, obviously, is because she has a combo where she can 3-shot every single brawler in the game. That gets annoying. It just happens. You can't really do much about it. Lou, I'm gonna put him in top of okay. I'm gonna put him lower, dude. Lou's kind of garbage. I don't know what it is about Lou, but his main attack feels laggy. I don't know if it's like that for anyone else, but it feels like his attack has a delay on it. I don't know if it's because his projectile speed is kind of slow-ish, but it feels like to me that when I shoot with Lou, I have lag, and that's only for Lou. So I don't know. Maybe every time I play Lou, I lag, but that's him for me. That's him in a summary by Nubs3. I'm going to put him at the bottom of that just because of that. Though, his super did get buffed. It does damage, so I'm going to raise him because that made him so much better than what he used to be. But his gadget is ticks, but worse. So I'm going to move him back down. And Bull, he's okay. He's fine. I don't think he's pretty strong. Like, dude, if you get bush camped, it is 2021. That's been happening for like 3 years. Just check bushes. It's fine. You can counter him. Jessie, she's bad. She's always going to be bad. They don't like making her strong, dude. I mean, she's not like awful, so I'll put her at the top of bad, but she's bad. She's never gonna be in the meta, dude. Brock, okay, well, someone's gonna go off screen. Colette, yep, there you go. I'm gonna put him like here, dude. He's pretty good. I'm actually gonna have to move this now. All right, it's gonna look a bit smaller, but it's for the cause because this tier is going a bit too far. Dynamike, he's okay. I didn't talk about Brock. Okay, let me talk about Brock first. Brock, his gadgets are the reason why he's pretty strong. If he didn't have them, he would be in okay. But his jump gadget is insane. Top 5 gadgets in the game. His rocket gadget is insane. Can one-shot almost a lot of brawlers, and that hasn't been nerfed yet. Colt has, which is really weird because Brock's also has splash damage. I don't really get it. He has Colt's gadget, but it's slightly different. I don't know. I think that should get nerfed if Colt's does, or Colt's should get like a little buff because they made Colt really good, and then they just made it trash. Like, they didn't even try making it in between. They just made it from good to trash, which is weird. And now we have Bo. I'm gonna put him in okay, mainly because his DPS is way underrated. Like, his main attack DPS is crazy, but he's in okay because you can easily avoid his traps for the most part, and if you do, then he's kind of doo-doo. Next in the Kit 2 OP needs rework, we have Tick. I think almost everyone can agree on this one. He needs a rework. They tried to nerf him. They also buffed him. They also gave him the best gadget in the entire game besides Surge's. Tick's gadget is straight up lose, but better. You can move while using it. I don't know if you can attack, but you can move while being invincible, and after you're invincible, you do 1,000 damage to anybody nearby, and you push them back, which is busted. It's so unbelievably overpowered, especially compared to Lou's, where Lou stops moving, can't do anything for 1 second, but he's invincible, while Tick can move, do 1,000 damage, and push you back. It's crazy. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. But yeah, how would I rework Tick? Honestly, I don't know. His main attack is so weird, and they've tried so many things to make it more balanced. Like, you know, they should try it again. They should do the thing where the mines are not on the ground for as long, or something along those lines, because Tick has been so annoying since day one. I don't think many people would be sad if he got removed from the game, because he's honestly just saddening when you face up against him. Like, you see him and you're like, great, having such a fun time right now. He's so difficult to fight. Like, it could be the worst Tick player in the world, as long as he has that gadget and he has a wall, he's fine. So I don't know. I think he needs some type of rework. Even a complete kit rework would be nice. Anyways, moving moving on. OP needs nerf. Honestly, I might say OP needs a rework for Edgar. Like, he was initially one of my favorite brawlers, but now, oh dude, it's like Surge, getting jumped on, getting one-shotted, nothing to do about it, or nothing you can do about it. It's annoying when you're in a situation where something is suddenly right next to you, whether you knew it was about to come up next to you or not. You can't even check a bush because his jump is really far, and then he just lands on you and absolutely obliterates you. And again, there's like no options unless you have an escape option, which not many brawlers do. I don't know. It's not very fun to fight at all, and a lot of people express that it's not fun, so they nerfed him a lot. And now, to be honest, he's pretty weak, but maybe he needs a rework. I don't know. He's a weird character. I'll put him at the top of pretty strong, but like there could be some ways that they can rework him, but I just don't know what it is. OP needs nerf. That's gonna be Byron. I'll put him at the bottom of that, but like he already got nerfed, but he's still really good. He's like a little bit too good. I think he still does a bit too much damage, and the fact that he can heal, I think the fact that he's also a healer is what makes him like super broken. I feel like if they just removed his healing mechanic as a whole, he might be more balanced, because like in 3v3 he's a menace because he can heal and do damage, and it's crazy. And he doesn't have a bad heal. I think he might have the best heal in the game, especially with a basic attack. Like he heals for a full attack worth of damage, and that's pretty good. And next we have like bottom of okay, Colonel Ruffs. He got nerfed so badly. I didn't think his unload speed would affect him that much, but it really did. Like he used to laser you, but now he just taps you very softly. He just kind of taps you, and that's about all he does. His damage is pretty doo-doo now, honestly. As a whole, he's kind of bad now. I don't think he's nearly as good as he used to be. Utility wise, he can be good, so I'll raise him a little bit, but like as a whole now. I don't want Stu to be nerfed because a lot of you might not know this, but like a couple weeks before Stu was announced, I said exactly what I want as a brawler, like as a new brawler to be added to the game, and I described exactly what Stu is, and then he got added, so he's one of my favorites. However, you know what? I'm gonna do this. He's not too OP. He might be, but like what I want to be reworked on Stu is his like character design, because another robot, but also he has like the most janky robot design in my opinion. Like he doesn't really look as cool as the rest of the robots. I feel like if he was some kind of like assassin like Leon, a lot more people would like him, because you know he has a dash and he has like things that could be daggers that he throws out and then dashes like a ninja, you know, throws out daggers, boom, throws out daggers, boom. That's what I was thinking when I mentioned Stu, or when I mentioned the kit that I wanted. I was thinking about like an assassin. However, Stu just rolls around on one wheel and shoots some fire at you, which I don't think is nearly as cool as an assassin would be. And next up at I don't know where to put her. I'm just gonna put her at dang it, you're not gonna see Stu. I don't know what to do. I'll just leave Belle. Oh no. Well, too late. All right, I'm gonna put her here, and if you skip to the end of the video, then you're gonna be really confused, but she's not supposed to be here. I would put her in like top of okay, but something's gonna go off screen. You know what, here, I'll just do this. I'll put her here, and I'll put Nita there. Sure, there. Okay, that works too. Like Nita isn't that good anyways. But yeah, there is my full tier list. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like. If you didn't, then don't leave a dislike, because that would be rude. But if you disagree with something, then let me know in the comment section. And if you want to see an updated video where I talk about like my favorite and least favorite brawlers in the game, then let me know in the comment section as well, because I might want to do that eventually. This video is probably 30 minutes long, so I'm gonna end it here. I hope you guys have a good night, and I'll see you later.